What's up, guys? It's Nate, and I'm back again with another episode of the Dog Pod. This is episode 2. Episode 1 did really surprisingly well. I'm here with one of my best friends, Carson. I had a video out today. I recorded like 2 hours, but I kind of forgot to record. So I had a couple of recording issues, but we're back. Better than ever. We're going to close this out, and then we're going to start into the kind of like interview / thing. This is Carson. Let me give you like a nice little introduction. So, we've been friends for like, I don't even know how, like, I'm 19, so like 13 years, something like that. But so we go way back. But he is a 2-time, right?
Yeah.
He's a 2-time wrestling champion, 2-time state champion. So I'm gonna just talk to him. I know it's sports related. He plays other sports like baseball. He plays football. Played basketball in middle school, but he's more of a wrestling fanatic. But I'm gonna talk to him real quick about it. So tell me a little bit, like, tell the viewers about like how you started wrestling, like, how did you?
I guess it was just like a family thing. My dad wrestled whenever he was like younger and growing up and stuff. He's a 2-time state champ also. So it's just like I guess just a family thing. So I was like kind of born into it. My dad being wrestling, I wrestled since I was like 4. Whenever I lived back in Montgomery County, Kentucky. That's since I was like 4. I mean, I've wrestled all my life, pretty much.
So you're one state championship loss. I mean, just go through like what happened. Like, how did that make you feel? Like, I know your dream was to be a 4-time state champion, but
it sucked to say the least. Wrestled a 3-time state champ. He's ranked in college right now. And I lost 13-11 in like triple overtime. And it sucked, but it was a grind and battle. It definitely taught me some lessons and stuff. And it could have went my way. It could have went his way, but definitely taught me what I need to do better and stuff. That prepared me, I guess, and mentally. I never had that tough of a loss. I won my freshman year pretty decisively, and I think I couldn't. I think my sophomore year I might have lost. I don't even know if I'm trying to think. I think I lost like 1 match before that match. I think I lost 2 matches my whole sophomore year. So, it was pretty heartbreaking, but it definitely showed me what I need to get better at and stuff.
For sure. So, we live in a small town, Grundy, Virginia, and everything. All we know is not soccer. Oh my God! All we know is wrestling and football. Pretty much, that's our biggest programs. Going into wrestling in Grundy, you set yourself to like a higher standard. Because you have. How do you deal with the pressure? You have so much pressure on you being a 4-time state state champion. How do you deal with that pressure? Cutting weight. Having to go through a lot of life problems and stuff like that. How do you just deal with it, like, all in all?
There's definitely a lot of pressure on you anyone that comes to the program. It's always like, most time for wrestlers, it's like, I just want to win a state championship, but like, coming through Grundy, it's like, you want to be a 4-timer. Like, that's all you think about, is being a 4-timer. Like, you don't think about, just winning a championship. One state championship, it's normal. It's normal here. Like, it's like a given. Like, one state championship, but like, you just like grow up here and like, all you think about is like winning 4. That's all you think about.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think about winning one state championship. You think about being a next 4-timer, being the next 4-timer that comes through Grundy wrestling.
So, you being a junior, how are you? Your senior season, everybody's expecting you, like the whole town of Grundy, the whole state of Virginia, the people that are recruiting you right now, they all expect you to win another state championship. How are you going to weigh that stress and, that determination and the drive and the energy and the power to, compete for the fourth time? I mean, to compete for the, your senior championship. How are you going to prepare? How are you going to do all this stuff?
I guess just prepare mentally and stuff. And what I've just took I took a step back and just looked. And what I've just tried to do is just keep the stress off of me. Just go out there and just wrestle, just for the fun of it. And win or lose. I lost already in the state one time, so it's I just go out there and try to just wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Win or lose, I just want to go out there and wrestle the best of my abilities. Obviously I want to win, but it's just if you lose a match, you lose a match. It's different whenever it's at state. You definitely don't want to lose there. But I just try to go out there and just wrestle, just have fun with it, and just be me, I guess.
So take me through when you lost the one match. In the state finals. Take me through what you were thinking in your head. Were you thinking your dad was going to be disappointed in you, or you thinking your family was going to let you down, you let down your family?
It wasn't more my family. It was more just letting it down the whole community. Because after I won that first state title, dude, I don't even know how many times I got told they can't wait for me to be the next four-timer and stuff. So it wasn't really. I know I didn't let down my dad because I wrestled kids at 2-time state champions. He knocked off Caleb Horn of him being a four-timer his sophomore year, Caleb's junior year. He beat him in the finals. He beat Michael Taylor in the finals from Grundy the year after. And so, I think that it was just when did I let my family down? I knew my dad wouldn't have been mad because, I wrestled in the same match. I took the kid down. There was 2 chances there that I could have won that match. The call didn't go my way. But when I let my dad down, it was just that I thought I let the whole community of Grundy down. And so it definitely took a toll on me for a little bit. It was kind of lost the love for wrestling for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, we're talking about wrestling. What is your go-to song? What's your go-to snack before a wrestling match?
Well, cutting weight is tough. So it's most of the time for a go-to snack, I usually get the chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, or I'll get my mom to bring me some peanut butter and granola bars. And what you do is you heat up the peanut butter. It was a liquidy form.
Mm-hmm.
And then you chop up granola bars. Take 3 or 4 granola bars, chop them up, put it in a bowl, and then you pour the peanut butter on the granola bars whenever it's just coming out of the microwave, so it's hot and liquidy, and it melts on the granola bars, and that's really good. Or I do some caramel apples, or yogurt and strawberries.
All right, okay. So, your go-to song, I know we talked in the car a couple of times, you're a big Yeet fan, big Playboi Carti fan, more electro music pumps you up.
I Love Sosa. That one's a good one.
Okay, alright.
I listen to Love Sosa a lot before my matches, or I can just I go onto Yeet, 2 Alive, and I can just shuffle through the album and listen to whatever. But the only really thing I can think of, and I know this is kind of crazy, but the match, or the only thing I remember is listening to this 4 state finals this year was Viva La Vida.
Coldplay, okay, Coldplay.
It sounded kind of I guess how my story was and stuff. It was used to rule the world and stuff like that.
I feel you.
It got me in that mood.
I feel you. So, you're setting yourself to a higher standard, and when you get a bunch of like recruitments and like like people are wanting you to come to their college and visit and stuff like that. I mean, how do you feel? Like, take us through that, and like, how does that make you feel? Like, you're the top dog. Like, you like recently you posted on your Snapchat story like it was reserved parking for you. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, that a team wants you that a wrestling team wants you that bad.
That's pretty special, I guess. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, to have the opportunities and stuff. I mean, I'm very grateful for what I've been given. Like, I've worked for this a lot of my life. Been to camps, weeks, freaking 3 months camps at my parents on the West Coast. Like,
I know, dude. It's
not
insane.
like it was just. It's pretty hard earned, but yeah, I'm very grateful for what I've had and what has been given to me. With like, I mean, I could ask my dad to do anything, and I would be there the next week. Like, I'm grateful, really grateful for what I've been given and stuff, and it's very. I mean, I'm pretty successful right now, and just take it all in. I mean, it's just what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to take it all in and go to as many places as I can to see where the right fit is for me.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what's the right fit for you right now?
I don't really know. I've had a few colleges. I like this one out in Chicago. I just visited this one actually yesterday in South Carolina. The one in Chicago is North Central. It's really nice and a really nice town and stuff. It's like just like a college plopped into like a town that's like growing and upgrowing and stuff. And the Landon College I went to is, I mean, their facilities are top notch. Like, it's insane. Ferrum is really nice. Royal College is nice. I mean, all the ones I've went to are very nice. And I mean, all very great coaches and stuff. It's just trying to find the right fit for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
What the team is trying to achieve, the coach is trying to achieve, and how I can help it, I guess.
I feel that. So, I mean, like, talking about colleges and stuff like that, and like, I know you're undecided and stuff like that, but like, your senior year is a big year for you. It's the last year in high school. Last year you're going to step foot in Grundy. I mean, how are you going to leave your mark on the town? I mean, on the community, on this,
I guess I'm just going to try to like better myself and stuff with everything. I mean, that's all. I'm wrestling a lot right now too. Like, I'm working out a lot. I'm playing baseball, but I'm also like wrestling a lot right now. So I'm just trying to better myself. I mean, work with a weightlifting program, like trying to get bigger and stuff, lifting a little bit, and just trying to better myself for that next step and stuff. And just trying to leave a mark on Grundy. I mean, trying to leave it on a good note. I'm hoping we can repeat for a team title this year. This year ain't really about me, though. I want to see just the whole team succeed. Not even myself, just the whole team succeed and stuff.
So, when you leave, like when you finally the last match you put that wrestling single on, the very last match, state, hopefully state finals. Who do you think you're going to pass the torch on to?
I don't know. I really don't. That's a pretty. I mean, I would like to say probably. I mean, I was probably an upcoming senior that year. Probably like Bryce Looney, Brody Coleman, something like that. Like an upcoming senior.
So, I mean, like, has wrestling, like, pretty much has always been there for you. That's your first love. I mean, how do you not get, like, burnt out on it?
I guess it's just like, you just gotta make it fun. Like, you just gotta have fun with it. That's what I pretty much try to do. Because I got burnt out. Like, not really burnt out, but I was, like, mentally done with wrestling after I lost my sophomore year. But that's what I was just trying to do. I was trying to make it fun. Like, I'm trying to use it as a tool, like, to go to places and, like, do fun things. But also with wrestling, like, go out to the West Coast for 3 months and tour fun places, but also wrestle all the time and stuff. And I just try to, like, I'm going to Pikeville every week, like 3 times a week to wrestle, and just have fun with it and stuff. Not even, like, worry about weight or anything. Just have fun, just wrestle. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do.
So, I mean, like, you're doing all this stuff to better yourself, and, I mean, how is this affecting your school grades? How are you balancing your school grades, and at the same time you're balancing wrestling and trying to get better at the same time? Being a student athlete is going to be rough and hard, and you're going to have to turn those life skills when you get to college because it's going to get worse.
Yeah, well, right now, high school is definitely not as hard as college, so it's not, it's still hard to manage because I take some, like, college classes and stuff, so it's hard to manage and stuff, but pretty much, I just always got to keep an eye on it and stuff, and say, like, I missed a day or so, like, for wrestling, I go to school and say I have, like, a big test in a college class or something, I'll, like, take my Chromebook with me, and I'll do some of it in the hotel room or something like that, or, like, maybe not go to the mall and do something like chemistry or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a sacrifice, and you're going to have to sacrifice some time with the team and, for yourself, for, your grades and stuff. All right, so you've grown up pretty much with wrestling. You've pretty much seen every single, 4-time state champion, 3-time state champion, 2-time state champion, 1-time state champion. What's one wrestler in all of your years that you would want to go to college with and wrestle with?
Like from Grundy?
Yep.
I would probably say Chris Dillner.
Why Chris?
I grew up with Chris. He would, like, me and him would go to camps all the time. Like, from 3rd grade, we go to Jordan camp, we go everywhere. So it's like, I grew up with Chris and stuff. So, it'd be pretty cool to wrestle with him in college.
And it's a very mutual interest as well. So, what's one thing, how do you, like, keep your mind off wrestling? It's kind of hard to keep your mind off wrestling, but, sometimes you're just mentally done with it. How do you...
Yeah, I just, like, hang out with my friends and stuff like that. Play video games. Like, I don't try to sleep, breathe, everything wrestling. I don't try to do that at all because then it just gets so, like, on top of you that it's just insane. So I just try to, like, obviously in season it's different and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you're fighting for a Gold State title. But, like, out of season, I just try to hang out with friends. Like, say I can go to amusement park on Saturday or, like, go to a carnival or something. Just, like, have fun, hang out, just...
Yeah. Don't make it all about wrestling.
Yeah, just take your mind from that and just have fun.
So, how good of a coach has Coach Pfizer been to you?
He's been amazing. You couldn't ask for anything else better. He's not just a coach. He's like a life tool. Like, he'll help you with anything. Like, anything at all. He's so much more than a coach. Like, he's like a second dad. That's the only way I can put him. He's literally like a second dad to me.
So, you go off to college. How do you think life's going to be after college? Will you keep the same friends that you've been with your whole life?
Obviously, we'll probably grow apart a little bit and stuff, but I'll definitely try to stay in touch with all my friends and stuff like that, because we're probably not going to go to the same colleges, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think anyone's going to go to the same college as I am, but, like, because most of the college I'm going to is, like, more for wrestling and stuff, and most of the other colleges, like, they'll probably go to, like, VTUs for academics and stuff like that. And obviously I'm going for academics, but still. And, but I guess I'll just try to, like, stay in touch, like, and come back, because I'll obviously come back during the summer unless I stay down there at college, but I'll just try to stay in contact with them and stuff and see how they're doing and stuff, but I guess my final goal is, like, I just want to be kind of like a teacher or something, or like broadcaster or teacher or something. I kind of want to work with like younger kids, like these younger kids.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I remember seeing a thing on Facebook of you trying to like mentor young kids, and like, I mean, you put money with it, but I mean at the same time you're building the kids in the community to be, I mean, not as good as you, but I mean, well, as good as you, but at the same time, build them up to be, a better, I mean, not a better wrestler, but at least a good wrestler, and teach these kids life lessons and life skills that they're gonna need when they're older.
Yeah, I mean, I try to help them and like help kids give back, I guess, to what I got whenever I was little. Like older kids helping me all the time and stuff, so I just try to like, give back and help some kids that want to help and like want help and stuff like that.
For sure. So, I mean, what's the next step?
I don't know yet. I mean, I'm still, I don't know. I'm being completely honest. I'm just trying to tour colleges right now and stuff just to see what's the right fit for me and what the plan is and stuff like that.
It's gonna be big too because I mean we only have a month. I only have a month of school left, but I mean like a month and a half for y'all. So I mean it's dwindling down until you get to your senior year, and
yeah,
summer's gonna get lit, man.
It is.
Well, I mean, also, I mean, how do you take the criticism and like the hate and stuff like that? Because I know you've heard, Carson's not a good wrestler. Carson's not a good wrestler, or Carson is at the lowest weight class. No wonder he wins. All this stuff. How do you take the criticism, turn it into a better positive way of thinking? I mean, do you say just piss off and go on to the next one, or like do you dwell on it and be like, or do you dwell on it, or at the same time do you think like, oh well, I'm gonna be successful? They're not.
Yeah, it's like I would say that like just don't think about it, but obviously you're going to think about like what people say.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like just don't pay attention to it because eventually it's going to get to you and stuff. But I guess just the thing I would say is just try to use as motivation and stuff, or also just like think most of the people that are talking shit about you are most likely people that are lower than you and stuff that are just, I guess, I wouldn't say jealous because they're probably not jealous, but I guess they're just trying to like get a reaction out of you.
Yeah. Alright, so
and most of the time, if you just don't feed back into that, it will go away or whatever.
Alright, so walk us through this, man. I see that you got your ears pierced, man. What was your like decision to get your ears pierced? Like, like is it because celebrities got their ears pierced, or did you think it would be a nice look?
Well, I got them last summer. I was in like Lexington with my cousin, and my parents were thinking that I had my birthday money. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get my ears pierced. Like, parents don't care. Well, they cared, made me take them out and stuff. Well, I bet my dad that if I won state this year, that I could get them pierced. And I won state, and so, but my mom wasn't on board with it and stuff. So we had to get her on board and stuff. But I just kind of like my ears pierced. I mean, I think it's a good look, and I guess like it's kind of like new wave and stuff. Or there's a lot of people getting their ears pierced, so so I get mine pierced.
Yes, sir. Always getting on the trends. I see your hair too. Like, I remember you came up to me and you were like, "Yo, I got a mohawk, or not a mohawk, but I got like a frohawk." And I was like, "Whoa, it's fire, bro. I like it. I dig it."
Yeah, it's definitely different. I shaved my hair off 6 months ago.
Yeah, dude was bald, bro. So I mean, if there's one celebrity that you could meet, who would it be and why?
One celebrity?
Yeah.
probably T. Higgins.
Why T. Higgins?
I'm a big Bengals fan. And I like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and stuff, but I don't think T. Higgins gets the recognition that he deserves. I mean, the man, he's insane. So I like to be T. Higgins.
Nice. So, like, one person that you admire that's a celebrity, who would you think it would be?
De'Aaron Fox.
Why is that?
Huge Kentucky fan, and he is so underrated. It's insane. And I mean, if you let that man get an ISO, it's always a bucket. I mean, you can see right now what he's doing to the Warriors. He's had 30 every game, and people are so underrated. He still hasn't even made an All-Star game.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's so underrated. So I really just like how he just doesn't care and still goes and gives 30 a game to the Warriors, the returning NBA champs, and like Curry gives buckets to Curry every night. It's just insane. I really like how he's like a motivation, what the Kings are doing.
All right, so like you feel like he plays with a chip on his shoulder, kind of like when you when you go out and wrestle. Like I always want to know like how like locked in are you when you like start the match?
Pretty like it's different matches. If I have like a good match, I'm like pretty locked in, like really locked in actually. But sometimes like I could just not be locked in at all. And I always wrestle better when I'm like locked in and stuff. Like I'm always like there. So yeah, I'm just always like gotta be focused and stuff. Just like the task at hand.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got time for like two more questions. What's the toughest opponent that you faced this year?
This year, toughest opponent I faced. Probably the kid's name's Caleb Neal, I would say. Yeah. He's a 6'8", 2-time state champ.
Sheesh.
He's really good.
Did you beat him?
No, I lost 3-1 in overtime.
Okay. All right, but I mean, still, it wires you to be a better wrestler.
Yeah, he's tough.
All right, so before we leave, what's one message that you would give the people out in Grundy? You give the people, like, give the kids. I mean, give the people, like, the whole community out in Grundy. One message.
I guess wrestling is a big part, I guess, of why I'm pretty good. And, like, but if there's anything I would say is just be like a good person more than a good. It doesn't matter how good of a wrestler you are. At the end of the day, you should be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I mean, that's what I would say is I'm a good wrestler and stuff, but I would 10 out of 1 any day of the week. I would take of being a better person than what I would be being a wrestler. I'm just very fortunate of how good I am with the sport. And I'm not trying to say I'm amazing of any like standpoint. I'm just trying to say that be a good person.
All right, so you're pretty much saying be humble.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't take what you get for granted. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, it looks like we're going to leave it out on that. Carson, thanks for stopping by, man.
No problem. See you, dude.
See you, bro.